And now the field approaches the Geico restart zone. Out in front, it's Daniel Hemrick and Kyle Busch. They are 1 and 2. Hemrick on the inside, Kyle Busch on the outside. Hemrick doesn't go. And so Kyle Busch able to get out front. But something was wrong with the 21 on that restart.
Remember, he was there because he had to pit earlier. He had to pit on the green with that grass on the grill. That's why he is where he is. And the one car back there in this mess, he was leading this race. They had a bad pit stop. It's put him back in the middle of this situation.
It was almost like he restarted in the wrong gear there and not getting up to speed, and then had to get it down to that second gear maybe before he could actually get going. Look at this on the back straightaway.
It almost looks like blocking. We're seeing right now the 18 looks like he's driving out of his mirror right now.
Oh, Rick, it doesn't almost look like blocking. It's blocking. It looks like an IndyCar race, which is use the inside of the straightaway, take away that preferred line. So if a driver does have a run, you're forcing them to the outside, DJ, because then when he gets to the corner, that driver has to make a decision. Are they going to run in on the outside of you into turn 1?
Yeah, and I like my chances of making somebody go to the outside, that I can hold him off right there. But you can see all the way down against the wall on the inside of the front straightaway here.
William Byron taking advantage of following right behind that 18. William Byron running very strong. Let's listen into his radio.
Were you just being nice to the one car, or do you think that we couldn't get by him? No, I could get by him. I was just pushing him until I got packed under him, and then we just caught lap cars the wrong way. But I'm not lifted anymore as the run goes. I'm pretty much constant, just like the 18.
Well, did you see that run that William Byron had on Kyle Busch down that back straightaway? That is the intention of this package. If William can break even as we ride along with the Chevrolet in-car, if he can break even through that corner, he's going to run him down. Now Kyle Busch moves to the left to try to take that aero advantage away from William Byron, but this is what the package is supposed to be, letting happen.
Yeah, and I think we heard someone talk about that. These junior motorsports cars are trimmed out a little bit more, and you can see that advantage working for them very well on the straightaway, but will eventually Kyle Busch's downforce package work a little bit better for him and be able to keep out front.
Well, he's got it timed right this time. Now he has a run, and he's going to catch the 18 halfway down the straightaway. Is he going to pull out?
He sure does.
Oh,
pass for the lead. Here comes William Byron trying to go by Kyle Busch. As they go into turn 3, he's going to be able to take the spot away.
And that's
New
it.
leader,
that is
the 9 car.
The new aerodynamic setup in a nutshell. In years past, Kyle Busch gets out front, clean air, clear downforce, he's gone. William Byron rarely, if ever, has the chance to run him down. Now he has run him down. He has passed him. Now Kyle Busch has the advantage of the draft. He's going to run William Byron back down and try to make a move on him.
And Steve, it's fun to watch these battles for the lead, isn't it? William Byron certainly not intimidated by the history of this racetrack. I asked him the biggest key today. He said timing passes. He certainly did that when he timed the pass there on Kyle Busch for the lead correctly. And he watched IndyCar footage to learn how IndyCar drivers made passes here, because he told me that's how we're going to have to make passes, just like IndyCar drivers would do at the end of a straightaway. That's what he did. And we talked about him not being intimidated. He's already won at Daytona. He's trying to win here at the Brickyard, and believe it or not, just 19 years old, this kid continues to impress, Rick.
Absolutely. And now he will have to race looking at his mirror, because he's got to keep his eye on that 18. Amazingly, it was back in 1911 at this very racetrack where driver Ray Haroon decided that he didn't want to have the weight of a mechanic on his car, because that's what they used to do. They used to race with mechanics on their car, but he didn't want to have that weight. So he put a mirror in his car so that he could look behind him, because he didn't have a mechanic to look behind him. That's where the rear view mirror was invented for automobiles, right here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And right now, William Byron is going to be looking at that rear view mirror, making sure that the 18 can't pass him. William Byron has been impressive. The 19-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, has been able to stay out in front of Kyle Busch, and those two have separated themselves from third place Joey Logano by a second and a half. A normal view drivers serpentining across the front stretch and back stretch here at Indianapolis, trying to break that draft advantage that some are having out front.
Yeah, we see a lot of blocking going on for different spots throughout, and you're going to see that. And that's the prerogative that you have here. There's no rule against it. But the one thing that you might run up against at some point in time is a driver that doesn't appreciate that and decides not to lift it. He thinks he's far enough up there, and it's going to create a big problem for someone.
Rick, as we came to 2 to go and NASCAR closed pit road, I'm a little disappointed or shocked by the second half of the field. Indy is one of these tracks that the lap time is so long, the track is so big, you can come to pit road if you're within about 10 or 12 seconds of the leader and not lose a lap. And I think the top 10 are going to race for the stage points, which we understand. But when you look outside the top 10, whether it's Allgaier or Reed, Eric Jones, he's not really running for Xfinity points in 13th. Really surprised and quite honestly shocked we didn't see cars try to jump to pit road right before the end of this stage.
Would tire wear have come into play? I know that, Jeff, you mentioned that some tires were showing cords. Would they want to get tires here and then not try to skip one of these breaks?
I think you could potentially make it to the end of stage 2 right now. I don't know if Kyle Busch is making a run. I don't think he's got any power. I think he's just showing William Byron that he wants by, trying to intimidate him. But unfortunately we haven't seen the tire wear, so it's hard to put our hands on it and really tell that. But I don't know. I'm like Steve. I think if I was in 11th, 12th, 13th, I would have hit pit road with 3 to go.
They got to sharpen their pencils a little, Rick. You got to take advantage of all you can to try to outrun these two, because this stage win means a lot to William Byron. It might not mean as much to Kyle Busch, but this one playoff point is very valuable to the 9 car.
Yeah, we've seen Kyle Busch pass, okay? But think about Elliott Sadler. He was leading the race, came in, had a bad pit stop. He's running 9th. He hasn't gone forward. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be on restarts or pitch strategy, to try to find his way forward. He has not been able to do that just in plain out simple racing.
Could these guys be thinking, some of the crew chiefs stated that, hey, let's not show that hand until we get to stage 2 and possibly get ourselves in a position then?
Well, they could, as we see right here. William Byron wins the end of stage 1. That is perhaps what they're doing, but I'm the advantage of, that's no secret. We've seen that strategy played before, so I don't think I would hide. That's not a time to kind of hide your cards. I would play them right from the start.
How about William Byron getting his second stage win of the 2017 season? He has had some impressive victories. Iowa, Daytona, now stage 1 winner at Indianapolis. Can he have the winning strategy today to be able to get to victory lane, potentially kissing the bricks?